So hello and welcome to the channel. We got two things to talk about today, two new premium jets. I want to talk about the F-5C first. So what we have here is looks like a pretty awesome multi-role fighter. Some clear advantages. It has flares and chaff, which is really good. A huge selection of ground ordnance. Pretty good maneuverability. If you're looking at the F-5A at all compared to this, I think it's going to be just about the same. There's some nice camouflage choices here, some Top Gun MiG-28 camos, and the main advantage here is that this is a premium plane. So let's look at the disadvantages. It has only AM9Es, so 10G overload versus the F5A having the AM9Ps with that 20G overload. So for you ARB players, only two air-to-air missiles and they're only AM9Es. It's not really looking good for ARB. And then you have the main disadvantage of that $60 premium price. So in my opinion, for the F5C, it can't be at 10.7 BR like the F5A. But it looks like Gaijin has kind of listened and they put a balanced jet out. I already saw some of the discourse going on in the forums. Some people are a little bit salty that this apparently is a balanced jet and it doesn't have better air-to-air missiles. So having said that, so if it goes to 9.3, between 9.3 and 10.0, I think it'll be a really good fit. In this range, the US already has a great selection of ground pounders though, which is honestly how I would use the F5C if I bought it. I would primarily use it as a ground pounder, not an ARB, since it only has the AM9Es. So is the F5C worth it? Like I said, there are already lots of choices. In the tech tree, you have the A7D, the F100D, the F3H2, the AV8C Harrier. If you're going to go premium, you could also get the AV8A at 9.3 because it has the AM9Gs. If you want to go squadron vehicle, you could also get the A4E. So from this perspective, I don't think the F5C is worth it for me, as I already have most of the tech tree, so I don't need to grind out many more things really. But I think the tech tree choices are really good. If you just wanted to ignore the F5C, I don't think you're necessarily missing anything. So let's talk about the Su-7BMK. So looking at the advantages, it's a robust airframe, pretty tough and fast like the BKL in the V before that. Looking at a pretty good bomb load, although they're all dumb weapons, just bombs and rockets. It's basically the BKL with premium qualities, but Gaijin's really done a great job here with the camos. The Indian and Egyptian Air Force camos look amazing on this plane. So if you don't get it for anything other than just the camos, you know, I wouldn't be mad at you. Looking at disadvantages here. So like I already said, no guided weapons, that $60 price, yikes, you know, no flares or chaff. So like I said, we're not really looking at anything new here, but it is a beautiful looking plane with those new camos. You're basically getting an export version of the BKL. So this is a good plane if you haven't tried grinding to the Su-17 yet. Like if you've made no progress at all on trying to get any ground pounders, this could be good for you. So if you need some capability around 9.7, I might look at this. If you play Russia, you know it gets pretty tough with the lack of viable ground pounders around top tier. I was grinding out Russian ground way back before Su-7s were even a thing in the game, so I was kind of happy when we got something. The only other choices around this this BR range is the Yak 38M at 9.7, or the premium Yak 38 at 9.3, which I have, which is a pretty good plane for grinding out the tree. Notably, both of these choices have guided weapons, as where the Su-7BMK does not. You could also look at, if you want an even cheaper option, look at getting the MiG-21 PFM off of the Gaijin market. It's currently at about $30.95. However, you know, there's no premium qualities to that. You'd have to get a talisman for that, but it does have guided weapons. So here's the question: is the Su-7BMK worth it? I think it really depends on you. Do you need a ground pounder, or do you want to grind the Russian air tech tree? So if you want to grind the Russian air tech tree, I think the Yak 38 Premium would be a better choice, as it has R60s that are really good for ARB, and it has a good selection of air-to-ground weapons that you could use in ground RB. So if you just went with the SU-7, I don't think you would have a good time if you wanted to try to play that plane and air RB. So as always, this was just a really quick video. Thanks for dropping by. If you like what you saw, please give a like or even subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you in a future video.